law to allow and prohibit. Good afternoon, honorable judges, teachers, and fellow students. I'm Madison, and I'm here to tell you about euthanasia. This, in a general sense, is a gentle and easy death, but has come seen by others the good death of another. Currently in Canada, this is considered an illegal act. This topic has become very controversial and is two completely different sides, and I believe there needs to be boundaries put in place. It has been looked at as a disdain for weakness, but at the same time, worthy and good life. We, as a society, need to be able to recognize and assert the difference between the importance of life and the right of a terminally ill patient to die with dignity. It has been going on for decades and is not going to go away anytime soon. Let's consider these reasonings before making a decision. Some people wanting it to be legal argue this. If we are compassionate with animals and don't have a problem putting them to sleep, then why should human rights be any different? An animal can't tell us, but a human can, and are able to make their own decisions without anyone else making it for them. Others say it is a case of freedom of choice, and we should be able to commit suicide if we want to. In 1993, there was a case in the Supreme Court of Canada on the decision to make assisted suicide legal. Sue Rodriguez was the person fighting for this because she was slowly dying from ALS, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, which was a dreadful disease that slowly weakens the nervous system while leaving the mind intact, while losing the ability to walk, talk, and even breathe. She argued in the Charter of Rights and Freedoms, which is a list of our rights, states under the legal section 7, everyone has the right to life, liberty, and security of the person, and the right not to be deprived thereof except in accordance with the principles of fundamental justice. Rodriguez, when arguing with the statement, is saying that you are your own person, and you should have control over what you do or what you want to happen to your body. Another argument is that euthanasia provides a way to relieve extreme suffering. Many people believe that if it is your body, you should be able to do what you want and should not be forced to live. Then there are those who argue against euthanasia, wanting it to be illegal, saying that life is too sacred to give up on, and we should be fighting for it, not wanting to lose it. Other reasons people will argue about making it illegal is that people from the medical field should not be involved in directly or voluntarily causing death. At first, the thought was for it to be legalized for only the terminally ill. But now, there are even euthanasia clinics in Sweden, Finland, and the Netherlands where you can simply just walk in, fill out some paperwork, and ask to be euthanized without there even being a valid reason towards your death. When I first read about euthanasia, it was clear for me to be against the legalization of it. But after researching, I started to second-guess my opinion. I still believe life has value and people shouldn't give up or lose faith, but only in cases of severe suffering should there be exception. It should depend on the person's situation, whether or not the person is terminally ill or will be in deep suffering for the rest of their life. There needs to be boundaries put in place on who is able to make the decision and depending on that person's situation. Everyone, whether it be a person with a life-threatening illness or chronic condition, should have the right to be relieved from endless suffering that will only end in death anyway. If doctors aren't even able to give us the treatment or what you need to be out of suffering, then that person should be given the right. Euthanasia should not be open to everyone in society, or anyone who just simply wants to end their life, because you should be fighting for it and not wanting to give it all up for nothing. It should only be legal if the people included in the category remain specific to the terminally ill. Although I also understand it could be inherently wrong, because it can be seen as violating the nature and dignity of human beings. Euthanasia can bring risk to society of potentially making it more tolerant of killing. Now that we know both sides of the story, let's ask ourselves these questions again. What can be done, but what should be done? What do we want the law to allow or prohibit? I believe there are circumstances when euthanasia would be morally the correct action, but I also understand there are real concerns of legalizing it because of the fear of misuse and or overuse, and the fear of it having a slippery slope that can lead to the loss of respect for the human value of life. I agree with the statement that says, we must provide the best care, the best pain control, but when the patient is still plagued by unbearable and unrelievable suffering and asks for relief, we will abide by only their request because there is no better way we can show our compassion. Thank you.